In mists and shadows, in forest and mire, our heroes travel with the devil's desire. Following the path to Von Richten's treasure, a family of undead there took their measure. And now, 'neath the shadow of the gallows high, a welcome from the devil himself is nigh. Welcome, friends, to Barovia.
Barovia.
His great country.
Great country. And in fact, where'd my scenes go?
Where all them scenes at, dog?
Where all them scenes at?
How's your internet doing, Abe?
Hopefully good. Is it going well? Oh, I don't have my video up. I'm such an asshole.
What?
There.
There it is.
Did you see my eyes go up and down?
It's good, yeah.
I like that? Does it feel like it's real time?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Okay, good. My internet's great then.
I
can do the eye.
Did you get the eye up and down package?
I did. I paid extra for that, so I better be doing it a lot. Oh, that made me sweaty. I can't do that. It's too hot up here.
It's hot.
Too much eyebrow work.
Too much eyebrow work. Whole face hurts now.
Just backing up a minute, I want to read this last part because I think Rachel had missed this part last time.
Oh yeah, I went to bed.
She was
gone, baby, gone.
It was a hard
As you all were reaching this crossroads, you find signs pointing one way, leading to the Tesser Falls Bridge, or Tesser Falls Crossing, and one pointing towards the Tesser Pool. You were discussing at the moment whether to head, and finally deciding that your memories were pointing to you towards the Tesser Pool, which is where Madame Ava had suggested you go, when the sound of a carriage approached from the direction of the Tesser Falls Road. And that is where we'll pick up. I'll read this description again because it's a good one.
Wait, what time of day is it?
It's about midday.
Okay.
The time of night.
So I believe at the time it was Corvus and Irina quickly hid in the brush, doing a fairly good job.
Yeah.
Rolled well.
It doesn't matter against him, but we felt
well.
hidden.
And most everyone else just sort of stood off the side of the road to give the carriage room to pass. So, yeah, here it is. A fine carriage. Is there a description of the carriage somewhere? I thought there was. Doesn't matter. A black carriage led by black horses is being with a visible driver in the front. Pulls up to the crossroads. The driver releases the reins, stepping down from the coach box. The driver himself is an attractive, if sullen, man of medium length or longer dark hair, laying down straight, but in fine clothes. He steps down to the coach box and moves to open the side door of the carriage, bowing deeply. A moment passes, and then a man steps out of the carriage. He is tall, gaunt, and dressed in a finery befitting a man of aristocratic, even royal stature. A black cloak is pulled neatly around his shoulders, tied at the neck by a blood-red brooch. A long sword rests ensheathed at his hip, its polished hilt gleaming beneath the dim light. His scarlet tunic is worked with intricate designs, and his hair is pulled back into a sharp and immaculate widow's peak. His eyes are dark, and as he moves to adjust the ruby at his neck, you see his fingernails form long, elegant claws. It is only then that you realize his skin is pale, unnaturally so, and his eyes glint with a deep, intelligent hunger. He looks towards the... He scans over all of you, and then his eyes drift over towards the trees and brush where Corvus and Irina were hiding. And that is when, at your side, Corvus, you feel her grip tighten on your shoulder, and she sharply whispers to you, "Do not look into his eyes." As he smiles towards the bushes where they're hiding. "Lady Koliana, what a pleasant surprise." And then he just drifts his eyes back to the rest of the group. "Good day. I am Count Strahd von Zarovich, and it is a pleasure to finally meet the newcomers to my domain. My friends have told me so much about you." His eyes linger over each one of you, regarding you like a cut of meat weighed at market, an intriguing but inanimate object, a prey animal spotted by a predator in the bush. Welcome to Barovia.
So he's standing basically in the sunlight.
Yep.
With no effects. Okay.
Don't like that.
Now we know at least that part is bullshit. Yeah.
I have my symbol of Lathander like openly on my chest.
That's not
Do
gonna
his
help.
eyes even like flick to it, or does he acknowledge it anyway?
You may roll a perception check.
Clearly, he's not super phased by it, but I'm curious if even registers for him. Perception.
You don't notice anything.
Okay.
He seems to be taking all of you in, though. How are you all reacting to this? Is anyone doing anything? The appearance of the Lord of the Land?
Yeah, Lee kind of like steps forward and he kind of like points an accusatory finger at Strahd. He says,
I'll just roll.
"So you are the source of the problems in this land."
He waves his hand a bit dismissively and says, "There are many folk tales among the peasantry of this land, as there are in any land. There are always those who wish to have their own bit of freedom under the Lord. As freedom, I expect, was a part of your own training. Isn't that right, Lee?"
I suppose we had some freedom, but also those in power had a responsibility to care for those who were under their care, and it seems like that is something that you are neglecting. Your people suffer, they starve, and they die to creatures.
Ah, you mean the poor souls in the village of Barovia?
Yes, exactly.
The rebels, you mean? The people of that village defied my rule in an act of utmost treason. I am sure you can agree my response was a measured one, weighed versus that which I could have done. After all, no lord could tolerate a settlement that fostered such sedition. The good people of Barovia need to be taught a lesson.
Oh, Granty man.
Andy, at that, I come walking out of the canopy, the forest, the little trees.
Irina pauses, like, ineffectually at you, but she will follow you out since...
Yeah, I come out holding the sacrificial log. I forgot what my voice is. Shit. Give me a moment.
Rooster Conrad.
I say to I come out dusting off my pants. Irina, I really appreciate you helping me find my book. I just couldn't figure out where I put it. Oh, who are you? I kind of bow.
A languid smile just sort of crosses his face as he also bows.
I'll allow that you could call that a measured response. It could have been far more harsh, but I will not be convinced that it was not a cruel response. And cruelty
Is bad.
is a sign of weakness in a leader.
He again smiles and says, "It warms my heart to no end that you will allow these things."
God, he's such a dick.
I sincerely doubt that a heart that can be warmed beats inside your chest.
He just smiles at you. I have heard such wonderful things of your exploits in this land already. Rome, follower of the Morning Lord. It does whatever heart I may have good to see another follower of the Lord of the Morning in my lands. They have dwindled so much recently. Perhaps you will bring some joy that they have not. And you will succeed, where the rest have faltered.
Why are you here? Why do you seek us out? Part of me doubts that every poor soul who wanders through the fog meets you.
Oh, certainly not. But not every soul has enacted such devastation at a certain old house at the edge of my domain. Not every soul who passed my borders have destroyed servants of mine. Loyal servants who have worked under my care for many, many years. You did you not, Ro? Cause great damage to a group of my servants, the occupants of the Durst family house on the borders of my domain. I have relied upon those servants to bring me specimens of interest. But your activities have left them indefinitely indisposed. Why should I not punish you for your crimes against them? As your own friend says, it is the duty of a lord to protect his servants.
I mean, if you want to punch us, you should just move on with it. You're not going to convince us that we've done anything wrong.
You wish to say nothing in your defense? He sort of inspects his fingernails.
She looks at the others and says, "We definitely destroyed some vile creatures.
I mean, I wouldn't say destroyed. I'd say put to whatever rest they may have deserved once in their lives.
If you're looking for an apology or show of guilt, you will get none from me. I have no regrets.
There is the fire of the morning. It was good. Says, I look for nothing but honesty.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, and how far is he away from us?
How far away do you want him to be from you? He hasn't moved. He's just standing right outside of his coach.
I mean, so if he's at like the Hangsman tree, I figure we're at
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, they saw-
crossing. So, like
they
30
saw-
feet or so.
If you, yeah.
I'm gonna chuck the
Yeah.
sacrificial log that I took from Durst Manor. I believe this may belong to you. I may have taken it by accident.
He's like, throw it at him or like at his
No, like at the ground. Like I'm not throwing it at him. Are you
face.
kidding me?
Throw it in his face.
I like
Gotcha.
Corvus. I don't want him to die quite yet.
He just looks down at it kind of quizzically and back at you. And what is this?
Well, I found it in, your servants' quarters.
Ah, the family Durst. They have no. What would he say? Their predilections and personal activities have little interest to me. The role that they had was important.
So my light reading was just clearly of their own whim. Wasn't a command from the Lord.
I allow much for my servants to do. Allow them to pursue their own proclivities as they wish.
It's very kind.
That freedom to pursue your own proclivities, that's something that you desire yourself, Corvus?
I simply desire to look out for those that can't look out for themselves. I'm like death glaring him in the eyes.
Sure.
Don't look him in the eyes. She just,
Oh,
God damn.
hardcore.
She just said that.
Hardcore.
I'm
I'm attempting to intimidate, but it's not.
Oh,
it's not
no.
gonna do anything.
Oh.
He smiles at you, a smile that never reaches his own eyes, as bad guys will do. But he just says,
What the hell is that?
"It is a noble goal. Not unlike the brother of your friend, companion, Ms. Kulianya." He nods towards Irina. And she flinches back again. Ismar Kulyanovich defied me by keeping his sister from me. Why should I, as his lord, punish him for his disloyalty? Or not punish him for his disloyalty?
He kept her from you? How? And by what right do you have claim to her?
I am the lord of this land. It is the right of any lord to choose their own entertainment and enact their own taxes upon their vassals.
That's one hell of a tax.
I ask very little. He smiles again at you. He hasn't been like stock still throughout this. He he sort of paces a little bit to sort of walk towards whoever he's talking to. Sort of has this natural swagger to his movements, lithe like a cat.
Like a snake.
Like a wolf.
Can you think of a reason why I should not punish him?
He's our friend.
Brotherly love and whatnot.
Brotherly love. This is a tenet that is stronger than obedience to a lord.
I believe so.
I can accept this. In deference to my guests, I agree to overlook Ismark's transgressions, so long as he no longer defies me or counters my will again. I will forgive his past disobedience. He bows towards you, Corvus.
Well, I'm gonna take off my hat flick the first time. That's mighty, mighty kind of you. We'll pass along this information next time we see him.
You never told us you were bald, Corvus.
Okay, you know what? I'm quite indignant about my hair loss.
What's Silas been doing through all this?
Being perfectly quiet. He's behind. He's behind Lee, and he's just kind of averting his eyes from Strahd.
Sure.
He's not looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't said a word.
Sure. He walks over towards in front of you, Lee, and as he's sort of walking, he says, "Now, on the same subject, I have claimed Irina Kolyana, and twice now marked her as my own. Why should I not take her to Castle Ravenloft with me, right now, as is my right as Lord? What do you say, Silas?"
Oh,
As
no.
he just tilts his head back a little bit to look over Lee's shoulder.
Kind of he's looking down, and he looks up at Strahd and says, "'Cause we won't let you."
Yeah, fuck yeah, Silas.
Wow.
He just smiles broadly. Ah, you would physically put yourself between me and what I have claimed.
She's not property.
What is she then?
She is a person who can make her own decisions.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Go get him, Lee.
Oh, Lee, yeah.
Bro's gonna shift over next to Silas and clap him on the back and smile at him and just stand next to him in solidarity.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at Strahd and she says, "It will be a hard lesson for you, but one day you will learn that just because a person in power says something doesn't make it true."
We're gonna
It is
die today.
very important for a lord, as you say, to sometimes defer to the words of his people. And he bows.
We're not your people.
You are in my land. You are here under my will. And what would he say? He He sort of stares at you for a moment, Ro, and says, "Your bravado. You disrespect with respect, and I can respect that."
Oh my god, I hate him. I hate him so much.
Well, too bad, because he likes us.
He's having a ball. You guys, like, he's conducting himself very formally, but the ease with which he moves and the ease with which he's talking to you guys, doesn't take much perception to tell that he's enjoying this, like,
He's having
a
fun.
lot. He's having fun.
Someone's standing up to him, someone's talking to him.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It takes wisdom, years of wisdom, perhaps wisdom learned. He eyes you up and down, Ro. In the military, perhaps, to learn disrespect and formality and structure. I can appreciate that. I am a bit of a military man myself. Very well. I have decided. At your wish. Ms. Guliana, may I have safe passage to the village of Alaki. And you have my word, she will go unmolested to her destination there. The Church of St. Angelo, I believe.
And once she arrives,
My pact ends there.
Well, that was mighty gracious, my lord. I bow absurdly low.
Too low. Pull up!
He tilts his head in a courtly way towards you, Corvus, and says, "I do hope that you find in your time here I am not an unreasonable lord."
I want to look over at his driver.
Sure.
Just kind of
He's just a zombie.
get a read.
All right, go ahead and you don't have to roll for this. It is a pale dude.
Wearing a scarf.
No, he's let's see. I actually haven't pulled up a picture for this guy yet, although I should, because he's going to be an NPC. He is an NPC. He has a name.
What is his name?
I don't know. Ask him.
hey, what's your name?
Hey, what's your name, dude?
So he is kind of short. Sorry, he has blonde hair. He has like shoulder length blonde, kind of wavy hair, and the pale, sallow skin that a lot of the Barovians have, like Ismark. He's a super good-looking guy. He's has this white shirt, tight pants, and sort of this like riding cloak over his shoulders. But his shirt is unbuttoned like 3 or 4 down. Got like the waxed Fabio chest thing going on.
How you doing?
He's Driver von Driverov.
Get a hit on him.
Alright.
David Driver off.
He's looking over there. He's mostly looking like bored and kind of sullen and just sort of like leaning up against the coach. Yeah. Sorry, I think I actually had him bring you guys some wine. Do you want some wine?
No, absolutely not.
The
Is
driver brought us
blood
wine?
red wine.
It's red wine.
I'm absolutely not drinking anything he hands me.
Mm-hmm.
Blood red.
Yeah. So, perhaps you have done me a great service in being honest with me and answering my questions from your heart, which is No more than any lord could ask. My final question, then, is this. You are trespassers in my land. And the last outsider that entered Barovia fostered sedition and treachery among my own people in the village. Why now should I not dispatch you, just as I dispatched of him months ago?
I thought we were here at your will. You brought us here. Surely you have a reason for allowing people to enter through the mist.
You should dispatch D.
Dispatch these nuts.
D's nuts!
Lee kind of like squares his shoulders and looks at Strahd, and he says, I think we're going to battle someday. If not today, then another day. I can only hope to be ready when the time comes.
Do you wish it to be today, monk?
Ooh.
No, I have more work to do. I have to train and prepare, but rest assured, I think that time will come.
He just raises his chin a bit and looks you up and down, and says, "It is unbecoming to hint at a battle to come and then back down in cowardice. If you wish to battle, I am here, and I would relish the challenge. In fact, you may have 30 seconds, under which I will take no action against you."
I'm gonna put a hand on Lee's arm. Just kind of tentatively.
He's kind of like squaring up like he would enjoy the challenge just to test himself.
We're gonna kind of stand up next to him, like shift up next to him as well.
Lee, we have
slightly in front of him.
we've promised our dear friend here to take her to the lovely church we've been talking about. It would be very rude of us to engage in something more.
You're right. You're right, Corvus.
I'm sure we will dance soon. Just not today.
If that is your wish, leave now. I said, I will take my leave now, with the memory of this moment of cowardice.
Oh, he doesn't like us anymore.
Well, my lord, let me play you a parting tune, and I'm gonna sit down and play the waltz for Clara.
Sure. Roll that performance as you roll.
I will. It's gonna
Do
be
it.
great, guys. I'm one of them.
He's a man of the arts.
I'm one of them experts.
Expert.
Oh God. Oh no. I'm a little nervous. Okay. A little nervous. I rolled a 2 on that.
So he begins to go back to the coach. He turns back to the coach and he says, "Escher, arouse the horses." As he begins to walk back to the coach.
I hate to be that guy.
And he, as he hears the song from you, Corvus, he tilts his head a little bit and says, "Oh, fitting."
It's not very good.
Oh,
A song of those you kill.
Meanwhile, Corvus is like,
Someday, I am a musician myself. Someday, perhaps, I will play your song, Corvus. Live enough of a life that you've earned one, lest you be gotten very rich.
You hear a slight like pause in the song as he says "earn one," and then I continue to play. You didn't get to me.
You're just gonna clap Lee on the shoulder and say,
It is not cowardice to live another day, as long as we use that day for good deeds.
I know he would have tested me, but I still wanted to test myself. But you're right.
We'll
It was-
train. We'll prepare. We'll dance again.
Did he
And perhaps
finally
on
leave?
that day we will meet.
Damn it, he's still here.
He says from the cart.
Just get out of here already!
This guy.
You hear the voice as he's getting inside the carriage and about to shut the door, and he says, as the Escher, the coachman, is about to shut the door, the Count says, "My castle is at the top of the hill. You're welcome to join me there, perhaps for dinner tomorrow. I believe tonight you may have other plans." In fact, so you believe there to be no trickery, and you know my words to be true? All of you will have safe passage within my walls until you reach the town of Vallaki. And he nods towards Escher, the coachman, if none of you say anything.
I'm still trying to play my song.
You guys recognize, probably Silas, you would recognize the name of Escher from the tale that Doru told. Doru's best friend.
Now a vampire's thrall.
You're a
Super
vampire.
sexy.
So sexy.
Super sexy.
I
And the
wanna-
coach will start pulling away.
I want to check on Irina, see how she's doing.
She's like shell-shocked right now.
Uh-huh.
And her hands just sort of like clutching at her scarf.
Silas just kind of sits heavily on the ground and lets out a huge breath.
I'm actually gonna walk over. I'm gonna stop playing. Has he driven out of sight yet? I don't want him to
They're
say
gone.
anything
He's
else.
still
Good.
listening. He's still listening.
Fucker.
He's still listening.
So-
No
I
idea
can't
what,
help but see that you're still talking. You know,
no idea what his
I
perception
just hang around.
Oh my god. Okay, when I can't see
get
him
out of
anymore,
here.
I walk over to Silas and I
is.
kind
Just
of
walk away.
put a little hand on his shoulder, like a little one, like a little hand.
Ah!
And then I use my real hand. Silas, that was by far the most bold statement of the day.
What the hell was I thinking? I got us all killed.
No, I believe Lee was working really hard on that, but I was very impressed. And I'm gonna look over to Lee and go, I would be honored to die by your side. I just don't think today is the day. And I'm gonna go pick up
Lee,
that
like,
goddamn book.
after Strahd has left, Lee's kind of like pacing around with like nervous energy. He's
could've
like,
done it.
you
I
know,
could've done
grabbing
it.
some fistfuls of dirt and like rubbing on his hands and just kind of like, you know, just trying to work off his nervous energy.
Has Lee ever been called a coward before?
No, probably not.
You did see, you probably were the closest to Strahd to see like genuine disappointment in his face.
Uh,
That hurts
Not
more than
mad.
anything.
It's just
It's just
disappointed.
No, really,
just
Really,
disappointed.
mostly he was sort of amused in most of that conversation. The first thing that got him excited was whenever you basically said like, no, we're gonna fight someday, and he's like, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. It's like,
You saw that warrior spark in his eyes that you've seen in other warriors preparing for
Okay.
battle.
Mm-mm.
And when you really saw that like that spark die and just sort of like go back to the cold, sort of just like, oh, okay, just another chump.
Lee, this isn't even his final form. He probably has like 2 or 3 forms to go through.
Lee need so many more levels.
Oh
Yeah, you need
man.
something. You gotta be Super Saiyan like 3 or 4.
Yeah, we gotta grind out in the woods for a bit, and then
Yeah,
maybe.
go in the forest, kill some bunnies.
All right, so I'm not going to need that battle map for
I
today.
totally could have made him use like 1% of his power.
He would give you 30 seconds. You could have punched him for 30 seconds, and then he would have murdered you.
What would you get if you rolled a 20 on your attack roll?
Because it's not gonna be
Uh,
enough.
You mean
Oh,
like
no.
damage if I hit him?
No, like what on your
Like, what do you
attack?
see
What's
when
your
you hit?
plus?
Let's see
God.
what's my
Because
attack?
unless you're
Is he
rolling a
immune
plus
to critical
50, you ain't
hits?
hitting him.
I have plus 10 to my attack
Oh, that's
roll.
not
So you would have
enough.
gotten a 30,
Yeah, 30.
It's not gonna be enough.
and it would upgrade from a failure to a normal hit. Yeah, I think you'd hit him.
Cool.
Think. Ooh.
I think you'd hit him. Unless it was a critical fail, then you wouldn't hit him, even on a 20. So, you guys are alone at the crossroads. Yeah, so you're checking on Irina. She just has some like very shallow breathing right now, and she's just sort of like staring straight ahead where the carriage was. But she snaps out of it after a few moments.
Okay, I was gonna walk her through like a grounding exercise that I used on like new recruits when they had their first battle and freaked out.
Sure. Yeah. Do you want to roll something? You want to roll something?
Roll it. Roll it up. Roll better than me.
Roll like a
Egg
diplomacy
on your
or
head,
something?
and the yolk is running down. The yolk
Can I
is running down. The
could
yolk
it be
is
medicine?
Got a
Like,
knife in your back,
it's
and the
not
blood is
physical
going
medicine,
down.
but it's like
You can do brave breathing exercises and stuff. Sure.
it's part of like being a war cleric is talking them through their shell shock.
Sure. Anything you want to say while you're doing it, or are you just being clinical?
She will not talk about Strahd or what just happened.
Okay.
She'll just sort of like do some grounding exercises, like counting breaths and like feeling the grass and hearing the wind. And but she just want to talk about Strahd.
Sure.
She'll ground her a little bit.
Sure. All right. She locks eyes with you after a moment and seems to clear herself up after a minute or two. Says, "Thank you. I'm sorry. I couldn't say anything."
There's no need to apologize. He's terrifying.
I
We're
mean,
with you. You're not alone.
but he is kind of handsome. Or was it just me?
Okay, but he could be handsome and terrifying.
I'm just saying.
So you do think he's handsome?
Objectively, sure.
Ro, I have a question for you. I seem to have taken some damage in that last fight, and I really didn't want to fight him the way I currently am. And there's like a big scratch on the side of my face. I'm currently bleeding. I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Sure.
before maybe I'll sit down at this hangman's noose, and maybe you could just
Sure. Great.
take care
Yep.
of it.
Silas will take a step back.
Okay, it's not going to be battle medicine because we're not in battle.
Silas, as you take a step back, you
Oh, no.
notice that there is a figure swinging from the gallows.
Fuck that!
Oh, shit.
No!
Alright, he kind of takes another step back as he looks at it in shock, and then he kind of like approaches it slowly.
Sure. As you approach it, you see that it is a fairly like muscular built woman, a little bit older. But as the rope twists and the face turns to you, you see a slightly rotten, bird-eaten face of your companion Ro.
Ooh!
I fall back off the gallows. Ah! And let out a gasp as I kind of fall on the ground
Uh-oh.
in mud.
Oh, okay. Phew. I accept this.
One of the eyes was missing.
Lee immediately assumes a fighting stance. He's like, "What is it?
Thanks, Ro.
What'd you see?"
He's just kind of silently pointing up at the gallows where the body is. A look of shock on his face.
You get an extra 5 HP because I hit a DC 20.
Fuck
So you
you.
actually hit 18.
Yeah, you see Ellie.
Does it also look like Ro?
Yep.
Do we all see it?
How
Yep.
is that
I haven't
possible?
noticed yet. I'm busy healing you.
Ro, I don't I don't mean to cause you any alarm,
You
but
have a
now
twin
that you've
sister?
finished, there seems to be
Because she's dead.
there's a likeness of you hanging from the gallows we are currently sitting on, and it is concerning.
Maybe I pissed him off a little.
I kind of pinch your arm.
My arm or the corpse's arm?
No, your arm.
Oh.
That didn't hurt.
I mean,
I pinch it harder, like really hard.
yeah, that hurts.
It didn't seem like it hurt.
I'm tough.
Silas kind of looks to Ro and then looks back at the corpse, and then finally gets up, shaking, but then walks back up to the corpse on thing,
Sure.
and he's gonna inspect it to see if it's wearing what Ro is wearing.
Don't do that.
Right now, Rose in her armor.
Yep.
So these are pretty simple, plain clothes.
I'm gonna poke it, see if it's tangible.
Yeah.
Is that a holy symbol?
No.
Not anymore.
Um.
God, I both love and hate this place so much.
You were the least cooperative, Ro.
Mm-hmm. Ro will say, leave it. He plays tricks and wields his power. We'll continue on our way.
I'll hop down off the gallows. Sooner the better.
Does anyone else need healing while we are paused?
Oh, I mean, I could use a little bit, I suppose.
The only thing wounded is my pride.
He said through clenched teeth.
That's good.
Nice.
Oh,
that's like
DC 28. You actually get 5 more than that. So you get 27 healing.
Nice.
Wow.
I only needed 8.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Well,
Thank you, though.
alright, I have to go roll it up.
Gotta roll it up.
Right up.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do at the crossroads? Under the shadow of
I don't think so.
Hanging Row.
I think I'm good.
Okay. So where do you want to head from here?
Hit the pools.
Into the pool.
Go hit the pool.
So you start heading up the path from the River Iblis crossroads, heading up the road towards the Tesser Pool encampment. After about 30 minutes or an hour, you begin to hear the sound of a distressed cawing bird from above. And looking up, you see a raven.
Damn raven.
With blue-tipped wings.
They blue tipped last time?
Yeah,
Corvus would recognize this as the one you followed within the village of Barovia.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one that led you toward the inn in Barovia. This raven is frantically flying. It sort of flaps a few times, awkwardly catches onto one of the branches on a tree, flaps diagonally across the path to another branch and catches on, and sort of barely hanging on each time. You see that it's sort of stumbling and flapping in a distressed way until it finally crashes at the ground at your feet. Visibly wounded, the raven's wings and torsos have been penetrated by these silver barbs. They're these long, sharp silver barbs that are sticking into its wings and torso.
I don't like that.
And they sort of on the ground and rolls over. And it's obviously trying to struggle up to its feet and trying to take wing again.
I'm gonna try to pull the barbs out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach down. I'm gonna grab it.
Animal handling or medicine or something.
What do you want to roll?
I don't have animal handling, so I'm gonna use medicine.
Okay.
Go.
-1 from that because I shouldn't have pursued a lead on that.
Doing that lead. So you start to inspect this creature. You've probably done some work on animals before in the past, with local farmers and such bringing you their livestock and whatnot. So you probably worked on animals.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin to inspect this thing and look for how to get the barbs out safely, you hear a terrible grating shriek.
Ah!
It's like that.
That was actually me after I heard it.
Create new scene. Doing it live.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be great.
Who's gonna fight us?
Did it work? Did it work?
I think it's still loading.
Not yet.
Good enough. All right. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. It's playing in both my things. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, good. That's playing there. Got all 5 of you there. Great. We have the raven at your feet, Corvus, and as it hears the screeching, Silas, you're starting to work on this raven. As it hears the screeching coming from ahead of you guys, it starts to try to scramble out of your hands and sort of scamper along the ground behind you guys. Tries to get away from whatever the screeching thing approaching is. And in a moment, you find out what it is. In fact, it is.
Should I see a map, Andy?
Raise shield.
I want to hide.
Ooh, that's just a scarecrow.
Ah! It's a superb owl.
No, that's a Caleb Cleveland.
Hey, Caleb Cleveland.
All right. So this great bestial creature flies in through the air. It seems to be some being or thing constructed of wood, cloth, and silvery spikes of metal that rattle about as it comes towards you. The shrieking itself being the sound of these metal pieces rubbing against each other and scraping and squealing. Behind it fly several more of these.
Well, either Strahd lied about safe passage, or he's not as all-powerful as he says.
Burn!
I say that out loud,
Yes.
and I hope he hears it.
pops up behind a tree. He says something.
Actually, I don't control these beasts.
Yeah, I'm actually the dentist yesterday.
Uh-oh.
They were trying to do like X-rays of her teeth, and they were trying to put the bite plate in, and it wouldn't like, fit in her mouth because her mouth is tiny. And so the dentist was like, "All right, you don't put this in, and be like, you just bite down on it, bite down on like a hamburger." She goes, actually, the thing is, a hamburger is squishy, and it's not squishy."
Yeah,
I mean,
Touche.
she does have a point.
Touche, Danica.
She
I
does
hate
have a
those
point.
white things.
Yeah, they're the worst. They hurt your mouth. They cut your mouth all the time.
Right? And imagine your mouth being the size of a 6-year-old.
Yeah. Huh. No fun.
Actually,
Actually.
the thing is,
Here's the thing. Let's join battle. Roll initiative.
We'll
Ooh.
be seeing a map.
Yeah, I
in
still see the
MAP.
crossroads. I don't know if you
Oh,
Oh, hey, whoa, whoa, hey, whoa.
Stuff's changing. Things are happening.
Oh.
of course, that was a good roll. Damn it, Rachel, I was feeling so good about that roll. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
me, you rolled higher than I did, because I have a +9.
You have
Roll
+9?
NPC.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm receptive as fuck.
I'll be the judge of that. Let me check the party sheet.
Oh, why is he rolling so many d20s?
Yeah, quit it.
Quit. You already
Hey.
got a hitty the quitty. Oh, you have a +9 perception check? Damn!
Dang.
You know, you don't have +8 intimidation.
I definitely don't have that. Yeah, my intimidation is +0.
Okie dokie.
Oh, I'm low on spells. Fuck.
So I'm going to say, just for funsies, these guys are actually approaching in from the woods.
That's not fun.
It is fun. Don't you think it's fun? I think it's fun.
Not that I want to see a close-up, but what do those little guys look like?
They look like smaller, more amorphous beings of the same construction as this large thing. This large thing looks more like a great big, like bird-like creature made of wood and cloth and metal shards. These smaller things don't look quite like birds, but they look like smaller, like similar constructed things to this,
Okay.
but made of the same kind of materials.
Not.
They're more like, smaller birds, and there's swarms. These are two like swarms of these smaller creatures. So Rachel, you are up first. What do you want to do?
Ooh. Alright, they're still pretty far away.
Always hold your action, or whatever it's called.
I'm going to
I will.
I will say, look to my left and right and say to Silas and Irina, stay behind me. I will raise shield, and then I will cast Forbidding Ward on Silas.
Forbid it.
You have forbidden.
And I will target the big guy.
Yes.
So you just get a +1 to AC
Nice.
saving throws against that big guy.
That's my turn.
Nice. All right. Next up is Corvus.
All right, I am going to do a little performance check. Some might like to call a little performance check. Yes!
Yeah.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
that means my Courageous Anthem is up for 4 rounds.
Woohoo!
Cast.
I want it.
Everyone
I
gets
took
it.
it. Took that effect.
And up in the top right corner, if you hover over it, you can edit it and make it 4 rounds. What? Bloop.
Oops. Canceled it instead.
Well, don't cancel it. All right, that was my first action.
4 rounds.
So I bust in. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Wait, how do I make it 4 rounds?
If you hover
I
over
hit
it,
the
there's a
little
little pencil.
Yeah.
You can also in there, if you
Here?
make it sustained. I plan on sustaining it on the end of the 4th round, so hopefully
We'll see.
they're
We'll
dead
see
by
about
then.
that.
We'll see about that.
Okay, well
Too bad
that's my
that-
plan. Okay. So as I bust into what is love, Ro, I grab you on the arm, somewhat aggressively, and I go.
What is love?
I can't do it in an accent. What is love? Baby, go hurt them. Go hurt them right now. And I'm gonna cast Runic Weapon on you. As long as you're a willing creature, I'm assuming you are. And now you get a +1 strike.
Drag those
And,
effects, Rachel. Drag those effects.
Okay, I drag him. That's how I was trying to figure out what's happening. Effects. I will drag.
Drag all those effects.
Drag them right on you.
From off my base.
And that is my turn.
Nice.
That is a concentration though.
Get that courageous anthem too. There you go.
So
There we go. And
I
4.
didn't actually know what the marching order was. I just threw people on there, so you guys are welcome to arrange yourselves within those first like 4 squares of the path.
Oh,
can
Silas
you
is totally
pause?
leading the way.
Silas was probably in the front because you were checking out
Yeah.
the bird.
Can you unpause? There it goes.
I just
Yeah,
have to
that's-
be within Rachel's grasp because it's a touch. I'm pretty sure.
Keep touching me.
I have to touch her to do it.
Raise my shield. Everyone just hide behind my shield. It'll be fine.
Does that look okay?
Yep.
All right, great.
How does it?
Great.
This is one weapon that is unattained or wielded by a willing creature, but it doesn't. Oh, touch. There it is. Found it. Okay. So yeah, I have to be next to you. That's my turn.
Well, you just have to be there to touch it, right? But then you could.
Yeah, once I touch it, I'm good. But it is concentration. That part is
Right. You
concentration.
have to like keep touching my mace. That would be weird. You like put your hand on it.
So
One
this
finger.
thing is going to fly over this way, and it is going to do a.
Uh-oh.
Don't do it.
This is gonna wave at us. Hey!
It is going to
Hey, guys.
fling a spike at Silas.
No!
You're at a +1.
Is it flying or is it?
It is flying. Yeah.
It's my
these are
least
flying.
favorite thing to have flung at me. Bring it on. Bring it on. Ow.
Gotcha.
Oof.
Holy
That's not good.
shit!
Oh no. Did it count the +1? The +1 didn't help, did it?
Plus one what?
He has a
My AC.
+1 bonus to AC against that creature.
It hit by +4.
Oh, yeah, that didn't help.
And then it is going to do last action. It's going to do a spike volley against you, Ro. So it's going to fling 2 more spikes at you.
All right.
These spikes are of similar color to that which is sticking out of the raven. Look to be the same kind of things. So it flings 2 spikes from its tail. I'm going to target a single creature with both spikes.
2 spike Tim over here.
Mm-hmm. Make a single strike against you at the penalty. Well, that's good.
Oh.
Did it? Is my shield raised?
It is. You did raise it. You did raise it.
Okay, so it did do the thing. It's not under effects. Is that where it show up, or?
You might have to apply the effect to yourself.
Okay.
Does that not hit you? What's your AC with your shield?
Now my shield is raised.
My AC is 22 with my shield up.
So it would have missed.
Dope.
Would have missed.
Okay, I hit raise shield, but did not apply the
So
effect.
two iron spikes jam into your. You see that it sort of is aiming low towards sort of at your like feet and legs, and you hunker down and block both the spikes, and they thud into your shield. But misses. That is its whole action, though.
Oh,
Okay,
thank
so
God.
There is an apply effect that I did not hit earlier.
Silas.
All right. So this thing's made of wood, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cloth. Let's see how it likes alchemist fire.
Does it like it, Dane?
I don't know yet. Hold on. Actions. There it goes. Draw.
Did you really just run up there?
Strike.
Let's see behind me.
I know. This only takes an action though, because I'm a quick bomber.
Thank God you're a quick bomber.
Oh.
Oh.
Hero point.
Yeah, hero point it. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Fuck me. All right.
Okay, Rachel, we're gonna need you to wail on this thing.
Wow.
Gotta get close enough. I gotta make it.
And then I'm gonna move back.
Fuck.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it for
probably
me.
about 10 feet off the ground right now.
Okay.
How half the ground?
10
Is
feet
there
up.
any splash damage or anything?
Okay.
I guess it's off
Um,
the ground, probably not.
I don't think so. If it's on the if I miss. Let me see here. Hold on. Doesn't really say, but I'm gonna guess not. Especially if he's in the air. Yeah, I missed.
Okay. There it is. All right. The two Strix swarms are gonna go. Their speed is 20, so 20. 2. This thing do? What's this thing you can do?
Probably just passes your turn. What is the action? Pass. Uh-oh. Well, Ro, I think you're gonna get your wish.
So they're gonna fly in. That's their whole turn. Irina. So these guys are flying down closer to the ground. So they're all within like rounds height of striking distance. The greater Strix on the back is up off the ground, so you guys are gonna have to do some sort of figure out a way to get up there if you want to be in melee or pull it down or something. Irina is going to say, what are we doing? And she's going to pull her sword, move up, and strike at it.
Go, Irina.
So
Yeah.
Cool.
Ah! What do I poke? So she swings into the swarm and just is ineffectual at getting anything done. Lee.
All right. You know what? Let's go for it. So I have, if I'm not in my mountain stance, I have 40-foot movement speed.
Holy hell.
Mhm. So you can get to the tree in 40 feet.
So I'm gonna get to the tree. That's one
Yep.
action. Second action, I'm gonna climb up the tree, which I need to make an athletics check. And the GM determines the DC. And
Sure.
since my move speed is 40 feet, I can climb up 10 feet as opposed to 5 feet.
Oh, sweet.
So I'll roll up that athletics. You know what? Let's go
Hero
for
point.
it. I'll give my hero point. Why not? There you go.
Nice.
That's better.
Yeah. That will be a critical success on your climbing check.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I can move 15 feet.
So you can get to above it now, if you wish.
I'll get to above it, and then I don't know. I want to like kind of jump off and grapple it.
Sure.
So I don't
Go
know
ahead and
if
make a
I
grab.
can do
Go
that
make a
with
grab
the
check.
Third action. Okay. So that will also be grapple is my athletics against his fortitude DC. Can't reroll that.
So you reach out and try to grab at it, but it buffets you away. You're unable to get a purchase on grabbing it.
Okay.
Damn.
That's my turn.
All right. That's you, Ro.
Alright. I'm going to... Alright, I'm gonna shift up here. I'm going to mace attack the bird.
Do it. Mace it.
There. Now we know elevations.
Oh,
Nice.
that's
So
dope.
you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good hit.
Very nice.
The attack potency one, is that from the
That's from my whatever it's called.
runic weapon? Okay,
Runic
great.
weapon.
I move. I
Okay.
attack.
And you roll 2 dice.
Yeah.
From the Strix.
And then I'm going to raise shield.
Give it hell.
Okay. As you swinging into the swarm, you find that your weapon is mostly purchasing a lot of air, so this does get resistance versus your attack.
What a bunch
Okay.
of fuckers.
But you hit it. But you knock several of these little minor Strix out of the air.
Okay.
These minor scarecrow-looking things.
Mm.
Which is
Minor.
up close. That's what these things now look like. All these little constructs you see in the air are clearly some sort of like scarecrow. The small ones are all like little partial effigies, but all clearly like wooden scarecrows with bits of metal and cloth lashed to them.
Not a fan.
Corvus, that's you, bud.
Alright, so I need to use sustain for anything I'm concentrating on, right? That's how this works.
If it has the sustain trait, I believe.
Okay, so runic weapon, I need to use 1 action to sustain it.
Okay,
No. It has a concentrate. So
so that's different. What's the duration on it?
1 minute.
There you go. It's just 1 minute.
Fuck yeah! I got all my actions! I mean, alright.
Some
Yeah.
of them would say duration sustain, and then you would have to use the sustain.
Yeah.
for it.
Oh.
I didn't sustain Forbidding Ward for you, Dane, so it's gone.
Oh no!
Wah, wah, wah. Alright, I'm gonna move up in there.
Get all up in that biz.
Up in the
20.
biz.
Can I? Can I move through a friendly space? Is that a thing?
Yeah, sure.
Punch you.
Punch you.
T. So first action, I move up there.
I think. Wasn't it that it's like moving through a friendly space? No, maybe it's moving through an enemy space is 2 move. I think friendly space is nothing. I think it's right.
Why are you trying to hinder me, Dane?
I'm not trying to hear you. I can't. I'm trying
My
to remember.
second action, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna tackle my rapier. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Damage.
Get
Damage
'em.
it. Okay. Could have done better.
No damage.
So as you strike with deft rapier thrusts, you are thrusting through basically air, and you find no purchase on any of the constructs.
No
Well,
purchase.
I hate that so much.
They have more resistance to piercing than they do bludgeoning.
Fuckity fucks. I say in character, and then I'm gonna cast guidance on Lee.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right.
Well, fuckity fucks.
That'd be fuck bucks.
This Greater Strix is going to. It's ready to dance, Lee. It's ready.
Oh,
It's gonna It's gonna try to grab you.
Oh no!
Dance.
It's gonna try to grab you.
He's going in for a
So
hug.
it's gonna try athletics versus your.
Fortitude.
Yeah. This never works with athletics. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So you are grabbed.
Actually, my fortitude is 9, so that'd be 19. So that'd actually be a critical success.
Mm.
Oh,
So it
no.
gets you with some damage, huh? I
Why,
think-
Chris?
Partner, you were restrained inside. Let me look it up.
Yeah. What is grab? No, it's grapple. Not the trait. Grapple to action. Yeah, I'm restrained until the end of my next turn.
Oh.
Or I'm
No.
restrained until the creature's end of the creature's turn.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. So this thing is going to attempt to. He's going to attempt to claw you.
No.
This will be map attack. Map 1.
Yep.
Ooh. I don't think that'll do it.
Oh.
Team.
Oh, yes.
There you go. Now you're restrained. And it's going to try one more time. Oh, not great.
Okay, good.
All right. That is the Greater Strix. And then Silas. So what you see is a heap of cloth wraps itself all around Lee, who begins struggling inside of it. But as you do, you see all these spiky spikes basically form themselves into claws and start like trying to tear into
Nice.
Lee's form that is now wrapped up in there.
Not good, dude. Not good. I'm gonna move. Whoops. There. Okay. So in order to be in range with a 30-foot throw attack, I would have to be within 20 feet of him because he gets a plus 10 feet of his height, right?
Yeah, you got him.
Okay, so I'm going to attack him again with another Alchemist Fire.
Get him.
Hopefully do goodly this time.
Uh-huh.
Come on, baby.
Oh!
That'll do good, Lee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright.
Nice.
Critical.
Shaboomy.
And sorry, Lee, you're gonna take some slash damage.
All right.
And also, that is persistent fire.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. So-
Fire.
Oh, I don't think Lee's is persistent fire. I think the main attack is persistent fire.
Ooh, you're taking a little extra damage.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
2 times
It does
one.
get double. It gets double the persistent fire because of the crit, though.
Nice.
Looks like-
And then I'm going to run away.
Brave Sir Robin.
It's not very happy with that. Many of the sticks and pieces of cloth do catch fire,
Oh.
and it lets out all the pieces of metal sort of rattle and begin to scrape at each other again.
Sticks and stones may break my bones.
Uh-huh,
So I'm gonna run, not row.
Nice.
That's it for me.
All right. Which one's this? Ping token. This one.
Uh oh.
So this one's going to move into your square. So
No.
I'm going to need you to make a reflex save here. I can post it there. That one.
We got it. Here it comes. Here it goes.
It's actually in your square, but it's
Hey!
Damn.
Beep, beep, beep,
2 in a row.
So as these things swarm around you, they absolutely whatever you do, duck and roll.
Yeah. Stop it. Quit it. Quit
Hug onto Rose
Leave me
leg. I don't know what you do, but
it.
yeah, you take 0 damage from this. Awesome. So that was them. Next, the other one is going to swarm onto you, Rose. So it actually goes into your square. So you also get to roll that reflex saving throw.
This one.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Okay.
Nice.
Guys, so you will take half of this.
Half
Okay.
one. Oh yeah.
I'll take half.
So, yeah, they start swarming around you, but aren't super ineffectual. They are starting to try to go for your eyes and scratch at your face,
Oh
but you
God.
keep them away. So you're not blinded.
That's terrible.
Real terrible.
I think they can do it twice. That's actually just one action. They're doing it again.
Oh no.
Not that. Oh, that stinks. Then you can't even, like, it's not an attack traded, so it's not like their DC goes down.
So I do reflex again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So you will suffer
What?
1 piercing damage.
Oh thank God.
Oh.
Ow!
Everyone but Lee's doing fine.
Hey, I've only taken
Please
1
got
point of
this.
damage.
Barely.
That's
I'm
true.
badly
He
injured.
rolled his 2 critical misses. That's it for tonight. We're good.
Yeah, get him out
Irina-
of the way. Do
Going to
better,
look
Irina.
around. See that. What is she gonna see? Yeah, she's gonna see that your rapier didn't do too much, so she's gonna look at her own rapier. Say, hang on, Lee, I'm coming. And she's going to run over and attempt to climb the tree.
What is love? Baby, don't
Uh,
hurt me.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Oh
no, she ain't climbing anything.
No
no.
athlete.
That's her second action. She struggles to get up the tree. But then she is able to get 5 feet up the tree as she starts coming. I'm coming, Lee. I'll help.
If we survive this, we're gonna so make fun of her for her climbing skills.
No, we're nice people.
Well, that was the shittiest climbing I've ever seen.
Lee, you're restrained,
Oh, no.
off guard, and immobilized.
Fuck.
You're wrapped up inside the Strix.
You can't contain me! He's gonna attempt to escape.
Sure.
I'm gonna roll in athletics, which it looks like is gonna be my athletics against his athletics.
Yep.
You got this, Lee.
We're gonna have a muscle off
Yep.
when I get my +1 from guidance.
That is exactly what you need.
Yeah! Woo woo!
Alright, so I break
Alright,
free.
You break free of the restrained.
Thank you, Corvus. Alright, so that's one action. That was an attack action. Second action. Yeah, second action, I guess I'll put on my mountain stance.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to be on the ground? You're
Let's
up a
see.
tree right now.
Where is it? Oh yeah, you have to be touching the ground. Yep. Okay, so that's not eligible.
Oh no.
Okay. I don't want to do that. That's going to be piercing damage.
That's all I do.
Never mind. I'll do no, because I have the map. I'm just going to do flurry of blows on him.
Sure.
And then I have one map already. It's the same damage for both. Oh, it's almost 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah.
19.
There it is.
That'll do it.
Bop 'em.
Kebab 'em good.
8 points of damage.
Nice.
So he has to succeed a fortitude save.
Takes the full damage.
Oh yeah, he has to roll a fortitude save for my stunning.
Okay.
That is, if he is high level, it is incapacitation. So,
Damn.
never mind. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Roll real well.
And then last action. I don't really have anything else. I'll just do another map attack.
Sure.
Attack.
No, no.
All right, get those out of the way.
Get him out of the way.
That's it for me.
All right. Cool. Right. Next is Ro.
I'm gonna hit it with my mace.
Hit it. Hit it good. No.
No, hit it good.
Okay.
Good.
I'm gonna use my hero point.
I clearly said
yeah.
good. Okay.
Ooh, that's worse than before.
Alright. Okay. I'm gonna try again.
Bro, they're everywhere. Just hit one of them.
Yeah.
Whew, second I thought it was going to a 2.
That'll do it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
We're intense.
Good hit. Good hit.
Is it dead? It's not dead.
It was injured. Injured bad.
No, it's just regular injured, dude.
Oh,
Regular
yeah.
injured.
Which one is this? Oh, the one that was on you?
Yeah.
Got it.
One between me and Corbin.
Yeah!
Dead.
It's
Yeah,
so regular
don't
injured.
Okay.
That was two.
You
Watch
smashed
out,
them out of the air.
That was 2 actions.
Yeah, go for the other one. Go for the other one.
I mean, I guess I could hit
Do
the
it.
other one.
This is the time.
Sure. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Nope.
Do it.
What's the
Come
worst
on.
that could happen?
Crit success.
Miss.
This is it. Okay.
Those 5s, though.
Okay.
Critical miss. That was my turn.
All right, Corvus.
Well, shit. I love not having to sustain that. Alright. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick up a chunk of this log,
Yep.
and I'm gonna chuck it at this guy right here by using
Sure.
telekinetic projectile.
Do it.
Bludgeoning. Attack.
Well, that's good.
Oh yeah. Do I roll damage? I roll damage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I know how to do this. Oh my god. Okay.
You heard it.
Well, that was disappointing. Alright, fuck it. Alright, Silas, it's up to you. And I'm gonna cast guidance on you. That's my turn.
Okay. So, Greater Strix is going to. You see, it begins to bristle out of its things as if it's about to spray some spikes in your direction, Lee. But then hesitates. The spikes are all rattling there for a moment, and then the rattling subsides, and the thing turns its attention away from you.
Uh-oh.
As if it changes its mind.
Where are you going?
Definitely going after Corvus.
Move over here, out of striking range of Lee, and it is going to make a spike volley at you, Corvus.
Silas.
Sorry, called it.
Sorry, it's actually going to do
Oh shit.
one on Corvus and one on Ro.
Oh,
This
no.
guy right here.
So it's going to throw one spike at each of you at its full attack bonus.
Whoop.
So first at you. Misses what?
Well, you didn't even try.
So bad.
Oh!
So bad.
Oh, thank God.
And then it is going to. Fuck it, this isn't a flourish. It's going to do the same thing, but it's just going to do them both at you. Playing two more, and this will be at map minus 10. Ugh.
Bring it on.
That feels unlikely to succeed,
Whoops.
but it's going to do it. Come on. Shut out! Nope.
Oh.
Nothing. Man, Strix.
I'm just doing a
Killing
little dance.
So when does it do?
That
When
is
does
it.
it? When does it do its persistent fire deal?
Right
there it
now.
is.
Right
oh, look
now.
at that.
Right now.
Well, Silas is very impressive. It's lining up the whole forest.
It burns for
Damn,
7 damage.
Burn, baby, burn. All right.
And rolls a recovery check.
No.
Got it.
Can I roll my thing?
The fire, this thing is just like barreling into the trees, and as it sort of like thumps through the branches and the leaves, the final sparks go out of the fire that was on it.
Damn.
It is no longer on fire. Thank God. That was gonna wreck this thing.
I mean, this is
7
really.
damage every turn.
I mean, Jesus.
Silas, it is your turn though.
You got guidance.
Oh shit. All right. I'm going to quick alchemy for a action, and with my quick alchemy, I'm gonna whip up another alchemist fire.
Yeah, do it.
I guess I'm gonna throw it at this dude. Hold on.
Did you get your guidance?
Alchemist fire, quantity 1. Quick alchemy.
Get that guidance.
Get that guidance, man. I'm giving you
Get
+2
it.
this round. Don't you fuck it up.
We'll see.
I said don't fuck it up.
Alright.
Yep.
And we're gonna throw this motherfucker.
I mean, how can you miss? The whole time I've been singing, "What is love?" Oh yeah.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
You get some
Yeah.
Nice.
persistent damage.
It's not happy. It is not happy, Silas.
Love it so
Alright,
much.
so that was one action to quick alchemy, one action to draw and throw.
Where's your run and hide action, Silas?
It's coming here, hold on.
That's a bonus action for you, right? Off the map.
Just head back here a little bit.
I'll be in the last campaign.
That's it for me.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Alright, Ro. This thing is going to... You're going to get... The second strict swarm is going to swarm into your space.
Okay.
And you must make 2 of the swarming beaks reflex saves, please. Come on.
Success.
Come on. Alright, so for both of these, you'll take half damage.
1.
Nope. More cool. 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 Oh, I thought I was going to get 1 again. So 2 damage on that one. Gotcha.
That was good. Yep. Ouch.
So this thing is currently again in your square and sort of swarming around you, trying to peck at your eyes.
My eyes.
Yep, they're going for your eyes. Arena, who sort of right behind you on the tree. Why did it stop attacking? She is going to... Free action, drop to the ground and run over here and assume a parrying stance sort of in front of you, Corvus. Lee,
Alright.
you're about 15 feet away from this thing, but you're at about the same elevation, if not a little bit higher.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, so a leap action
Mm-hmm.
is free. I don't have to make a check, and
Yep.
I can leap 15 feet because my speed is at least 30 feet. But I'm in a tree, so could I jump from this tree to that tree? Do you want me to roll like an athletics or something?
Yeah. How about we make an athletics? Whether if you're trying to grab the tree or trying to grab the Strix.
The tree.
Okay. So yeah, DC would be higher if you were trying to. I would make like a jumping grab, I guess. But yeah, you can jump.
I just want to jump from this tree to
You can roll at athletics. That's fine.
Okay.
For a single action. Let's see if you get over there.
Oh, these rolls.
That's fine. That's good enough. You're
Okay.
able to grab onto the tree.
All right, so I'll jump from this tree to that tree. That'll be one action, and then second
So
action.
you lose about 5 foot elevation there.
Lose 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops. 0.
As long as I'm on the same level as it still. Second action, I want to try to trip it.
Okay.
So that's going to be an athletics against its reflex DC this time. Oh my god.
That was a spinning journey. Not a success. Close, but failure.
All right, I'm going to try it again. And
It's
this
all right.
will
We're having the worst battle of ball rolls right now.
All right, this is gonna be a map, -5 map.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it again.
Try to trip you.
On the map.
That will
21.
do it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not a critical, but
It's a hit.
So it basically falls prone,
Nice.
which I think means it falls out of the air.
yeah, there's. Yeah, I think they fall a certain amount of distance, but it's close enough to the ground. I'll say it just comes from the ground.
Okay.
All right. So what does it look like? How do you knock this thing out of the sky?
So he like jumps from one tree to the other, and then just does like kind of like a spinning kick, and kind of like kicks it in his wing.
Okay.
Knocks it down.
The thing sort of caroms off of a couple of branches on its way down and thumps into the ground and starts like pulling itself back up to its feet. I don't know. The parts are all sort of rearranging as it moves, so it's hard to tell the thing's body.
Nope.
Any other actions, Lee?
That's 3 actions for me.
All right.
Does he take any falling damage or no?
Nope.
Okay.
I guess it was up 10 feet. Was a standard, like a 1d6?
I think it's like 1d6. I don't know if it's per 5 or per 10. It might be per 10.
Sure, we'll say we take 1d6 damage. Oh wait, but that would be bludgeoning. No, it's not immune to bludgeoning. This thing is not immune to bludgeoning. We're good. It was just the swarms. Swarms have resistance to stuff like that. Weapon attacks. Ro, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the swarm.
Give me that swarm.
Are you? Are you gonna hit the swarm?
Not good enough.
God damn it.
Damn, that's 7s.
Oh my god.
Not good enough.
Damn you, 7s.
Oh my god.
Damn.
No, she just is real mad, and she just you kind of peck her eyes. It's like swinging her mace at them, and it's not working. She just spends the whole turn yelling and swinging her mace.
Which, by the way, is glimmering in a
Yeah, and doing
like a
absolute shit.
blue with like
It's doing
runes that are inflamed. It's
They're
fine.
doing shit.
Looks amazing.
Failed my whole turn. I missed 3 times.
Good turn.
You gotta,
She's mad.
you gotta.
My next level is gonna be a
You're
barbarian.
doing it.
She's raging.
You're up,
Alright.
Corvus.
Fuck. Okay. So it's on the ground right now?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I say it is not prone, but it is it is grounded.
Alright, I'm gonna try to move around it.
Sure. You are currently, I'll say you're flanking, sure.
Yes. Only because it's gonna piss off Ro more. Let me show you how it's done. And I'm gonna try to strike it with my ribby eye.
Watch this. Smack.
Oh yeah.
2.
Did I kill it with my 4?
Let's see. You did not.
Damn it.
It's injured bad.
I have 1 action left. Do I hit it again? I probably should.
So, what happens when you make a melee attack to your sustaining the anthems?
Oh! It goes 1 more round. So
Never
y'all
gets
can add
added
another
around.
round for free.
Add around, sweet. Oh shit, I clicked it off.
So you need to just put it to 5 or 2 more rounds. Go. So I probably can't do that. Okay. Fuck it. I'm gonna hit it again. I'm feeling so good about it. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Come on, Corvus. There's
Nice.
other dice than 2s. Damn it.
You start cutting away at it, cutting away pieces of cloth. Pieces of metal are starting to fall to the ground on this thing.
What is
Uh,
this thing?
Man, once again it turns like it wants to strike at you, Lee. But it lets out another like almost frustrated shriek and spins its back to you, Lee, and will instead attack Corvus.
Oh. Well, that's fine.
So it's gonna, so the front of it, which is all these interlocking pieces of wood and spikes, kind of like tessellate out from each other into this maw, this opening. It's not even like a mouth, it's more just like a orifice that opens up. This
An
just big
orifice.
hole. And it's going to try to bite you with that orifice.
Yeah, it's gonna try.
Not the orifice.
I'm going to hit somebody in this battle.
Get your
Oh my God, I hit
orifice
you.
out of here.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be me.
Oh my God, I finally hit you.
Oh god.
Take some damage. Take it. And then it is going to, while it has you in its jaws, you're not actually grabbed. I'm just flavoring this up, but it's going to try to claw at you. Nope.
No, thank you.
And then
Resistant damage.
it is going to, claw at you one more time.
Oh man, if this dies because of fire, it's gonna be amazing.
No! That's the end of its turn. So it
Burn.
should take its damage.
Damn it.
Still only bad
Roll
rolls.
recovery. Come on, good roll, good roll, good roll.
Bad roll.
Failure.
Bad roll.
Failure. Alright, that's the Strix's turn.
Come on, Silas, finish
Badly
him.
injured. Starting to fall apart.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna blow my load here. I'm gonna do another quick alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
Get back alchemist fire. It's my last reagent. I'm gonna draw it and throw it. Yeah.
No.
Ah,
Oh.
Close, I think.
So close.
No good.
Does it still take the splash damage?
I
It's on the
don't
ground.
think so.
Yeah, it's
well,
on the
it is
ground
on the
now.
ground.
It's on the ground now. Yeah.
So there's some splash for you. All of you.
Oh, good.
Corvus, now it's your turn to take some splash.
Yeah, you take some splash too.
I'm in the air. I'm on the tree.
Ah!
And
Near death.
then,
Doing so much damage to this thing.
Oh, you're the duck behind row there. That's it for me.
Okay. So, Ro,
Yeah.
you are flailing about,
Yeah.
but in the middle of this thing. I need you to roll 3 basic reflex saving throws.
3.
It's gonna try to poke out your eyes.
Ooh! Your eyes!
Yes, that's one. Your eyes are not poked. You take 3 damage.
Your other eye!
Eyes are not poked, but you take 1 damage.
Huzzah!
You succeeded. Your eyes are not poked out, but you took a total of 4 damage. Oh man, these guys suck. It'd be much better if I could just blind you. That would be cool.
Blinded
All
by
right.
the
I also can't
streets.
hit them, so
That's true. They have a really high AC.
I don't think that's true.
That's not that true. They're pretty hard to hit. Splash damage is the trick for swarms. But
Finish it off, Irina.
all right, hey, Irina. Irina is going to. Okay. And she's going to come up and she will attempt to. Oh, it's near death. That's nice.
Come on, NPC, you got this.
She is not that.
She's
You
got
guys
it,
don't
Andy.
She's not that great, guys. She's.
Let her-
Oh!
Ugh.
let her get the killing blow, level up. Oh,
She's gonna strike once, and then assume a parrying stance. So it gives her +2 to her armor class until the start of next turn. So she stabs once and just catches a little bit of cloth, dealing no real substantial damage, and then backs off.
Catch that cloud.
Lead.
all right. Does that take an action? It does take an action.
Stop rolling bad, Chris.
Okay.
Oh, good.
I'm just gonna let go of the tree and drop to the ground.
Sure. Free action.
I'll take the
Right on
the
his
blood
neck.
damage.
Ow.
And then first action. Do I want to do? Yeah, sure. Why not? First action, I'll assume my mountain stance. Second action, I'm gonna flurry of blows it.
You feel the strength of the mountain surging beneath your feet.
Actually, no. Second action, I'm going to use the key strike.
Mm-hmm.
And the third action, I'm going to flurry of blows it.
Kamehameha.
Let's do.
Key.
It's over 9,000.
All right, 7's not going to do it.
No.
Do I have? Oh, I should be flanking. I think with I don't know.
Corvus?
Yeah,
20
it is. It is. It's taking that into account.
Oh
Okay.
no.
There we
Yeah.
That's the
That'll
one.
do it.
That's the
That'll
one.
do it.
Forceful, magical, non-lethal, unarmed.
go.
Do it.
14.
Say it.
That'll do it.
Gonna be enough.
Vampires.
Wait, why did it just go up so much?
Did you heal it? Chris, did you
I did.
heal it?
It didn't.
Magic force. Does it like force?
No, I like closed something. Let's look at this. Is that about where it was? I don't remember.
It was
Near
near
death.
Near death. Yeah, it's still near. It's near death now. 14 damage.
It is
Still up.
falling apart, but it is
Uh,
not quite dead.
Needs to make a DC 19 Fortitude save.
Oh, your turn.
Jeez.
Critical success.
Louise.
Fortitude, that's his jam. I'm also rolling really well.
Yeah.
Ford
Not
jam.
rolling great on my attacks, but I'm rolling great on my saves.
Jamitude.
All right, that's 3 actions for me.
Damn jammer,
Hey.
dude.
Good strike. 0.
I'm gonna murder this thing.
Alright,
For
do
real
it.
This time.
Murder.
it.
Oh my god.
It was looking good. It was looking good.
I can't wait for that level of barbarian. There it is.
Yeah. Murder.
Murder
Muckduck.
is damaged.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, kill it.
So damaged. That's
Badly
the second time anyone's hit it.
She's so mad. She's so mad. She's mad about Strahd, and she's trying to take it out of the stupid sword, but she can't even hit them.
What's your attack bonus? Attacking a +10 for your first. Okay.
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
what I have +10.
Swing, swing, swing.
Ouch.
Yeah, the swarm is starting to break apart, but it's still quite a few
Uh-huh.
other creatures in there.
Yep.
Orvis.
Wow.
Ew.
I'm gonna pick up.
Finish it.
I'm gonna pick up another piece of tree. I'm gonna launch it at this Motovogo.
Which one?
The big guy.
Yeah.
Miss.
I would
Any hero
like
points?
to use my hero point.
Do it.
Where's my
You have
fucking
yours.
hero points at?
Do you still have one?
I never used any, but oh, it's at the top. God, I was looking at the wrong
might- yeah, you
spots
might
like an
have-
idiot. God.
Put the free one in.
Tag roll.
There we go.
Yes. I roll my damage. Oh yeah.
Hit.
Come on, say it.
Ah.
I was holding the wrong one.
Ah.
Believe that order.
Trick swarm.
Belay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yes.
Killed them both. One hit.
You're
Nice.
welcome, guys. I'm gonna pick up a tree branch, like a big honking tree branch with my mind. And I'm gonna go, Ro, it's like this. And I'm just gonna smack it into oblivion.
Man.
With my mace.
And just shrapnel.
Sparks and flame just like erupt out of this thing as it bursts apart into pieces and perishes on the ground. Oh, you still have an action, right?
Yep. One action. I'm gonna sustain my courageous courage.
Sure.
Oh shit. Well, I'm just gonna recast. There we go.
Right.
Alright, that's my turn.
Silas.
All right. He reaches into his backpack and he retrieves the fireplace poker
Nice.
from the manor.
Oh
And
my
I'm
god,
gonna
I'm
run
gonna
up.
kill this thing.
And I'm gonna scream,
There it is.
but I can't actually swing at it because I don't have actions. I had to take 2 actions to get out of my backpack.
Oh my god.
Is it
One
two
action.
actions to interact?
What's that?
Is it 2 actions to interact?
To retrieve it from my backpack. If it's
Oh,
just
is it
on
really?
my side, it's only 1 action, but if it's in my backpack, it's 2. So I go, ah, and then I stop. Brr.
Wow.
Working it.
Hey, Ro.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll some reflex save.
Watch
Getting
your eyeballs.
hecked by this fucking swarm some more.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, I mean that's a way to roll.
Mhm.
Yep.
Actually, the swarm is going to take the seek action.
Oh.
And then move past you toward wherever the raven. You're not sure where the raven went, but where the raven
fuck.
was.
We can't let that raven die.
Okay.
I could kill this fucking swarm.
Harina
That'd be an issue.
says, "Oh, by the gods, you did it! Well done, Corvus. Oh, what's happening over here?" She's going to charge over here and stab at
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Fighting
she
for our
fucking
fucking
kills
lives.
Well, thank you, Irene. I appreciate you. No, it's fine. You walked away.
The battle's not over. No time for gloating. Oh my god! 3 of them. 3 critical misses in one battle.
You gotta keep your eye on the target there, Irina.
Please, so bad. Your turn. Please.
Alright. Whoops. 25.
Chris, it's not that I want you to fail. I just want Rachel to be able to hit it. That's all I want.
What's your speed and mountain stance?
35, so I can only get to here.
What?
Although, actually, you know what? I'll just 5-foot step. And
Gonna
then
murder this
that'll
swarm.
be 2 actions. Then third action, let's flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Blow, 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 blow.
That's 1 blow.
Mm-hmm.
Blow number 1.
Good hit. Jeez, old Pete.
And then
Almost did it.
I think actually if I hit with both, no, never mind. I was gonna say if I hit with both, I think the damage
Oh
gets.
my god, Rachel,
added
you
for,
can do it.
Come on,
My
Rachel.
turn.
This is.
After all the thing.
Whole
Oh.
thing.
This is only level 2, so hey.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Stun. Stun.
Alright,
All
my
right.
turn.
You have so many pluses on your character.
I'm gonna move over.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna swing my mace at it.
Uh-huh.
And not roll a 5.
Oh,
Oh.
my god!
Watch this.
Fuck!
I'm gonna swing my mace at it.
Oh
Nope.
no!
Nope. That's my turn.
Jeez.
Quite really done.
Fuck.
Lays down on the ground and cries.
First, it's your turn, buddy.
That's a bad day.
I would like to cast telekinetic projectile.
Sure.
How far away am I? Do I have to move? 45 feet. I'm gonna have to move up. Whoop. Cast it. Bludgeoning.
Don't miss.
Why was it at an 8?
You missed.
Oh, my anthem's still up. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Nah, bruh.
So that actually everyone's anthem just dropped. As
Oh,
Corvus
no.
really concentrates and uses Rachel's mace to try to hit it and go, well, maybe there's something wrong with his mace. It kind of hooks a little to the left. And that's my turn. All right, Silas, just slap it.
Oh man.
Yeah!
You
You
just
fucking poke her
fucking
and
kill it.
Get poked, son. I guess I'm gonna two-hand it to do a strike 8.
Can't wait.
Is that what that means? There's a +6 and a +8. Is that?
If it's
Oh wait, that's throw.
versatile-
The 8 +8's throw. So I'm
Oh,
not gonna
maybe
throw it.
throw it.
Dexterity's better.
My throw is better, but I'm gonna
Throw
strike
that
it.
shit. Oh,
Wow.
oh my God.
All right, I'm
Guys.
gonna map it. There's the map.
Guys, what is happening?
That's it for me.
Cool. The swarm is going to pile down into a little. So it's going to move right to here. Just for funsies, just so that. Yeah, that's fine. So it's basically going to pile down into the ground at its feet, and it's going to start pecking at something that was trying to hide underneath.
No, Raven.
No,
The
don't fucking kill the raven.
Not the raven.
Alright, it's time for a
It's all my
swarm.
fault.
So
The raven dies. It's
I mean-
my fault.
3 of us missed in a row.
But that raven would have been really helpful too.
Oh no.
It just did
That's a
7
lot of damage
damage?
to that
It didn't
raven.
do an attack?
Murder that raven.
That's
Oh.
a lot of damage to that raven.
I'm doing good damage now.
No!
Alright.
I'm gonna heal the raven.
You better heal the
It
raven.
is Irina's turn. Irina is going
Are you
to
fucking kill it?
stab at this thing. Irina, stab it, Irina.
Alright, come on, Arena. Stop rolling shit.
I did it!
Oh my God. I did it. I am the best.
Yeah,
You gotta
Irina.
kill
Ooh,
that
that
shit.
might do it.
Yeah, what's it look like, Irina? What's it look like?
Oh my god.
Irina, I mean, she's always had like good form, but she's been a little shaky in true combat situations. But hearing the shrieks of pain from the raven underneath, she gets gets new steel in her eyes, and she stabs through a couple of the remaining scarecrows, and they go still as the raven on the ground.
Oh,
No.
Oh no.
I wanna treat the raven to this.
You could do that, but it's not your turn. It's Lee.
God damn it, Lee.
Mouth
Mouth to mouth. Shove a potion in his face.
Yeah, actually, I have a healing potion minor.
Yeah, give it some face potion.
Give us a
I'm
face
gonna
potion.
pour the healing potion minor into the raven's mouth.
Okay. Go and roll your healing.
Don't you say it did nothing.
4 points of healing.
Okay. Some of the wounds of the creature do begin to knit shut. However, you do notice that there are lots of these silvery spikes still protruding from its body, which do not seem to be healing.
Gonna have to treat wounds.
You have to remove those spikes.
Do you say it like that? Oh, you're gonna have to remove those spikes.
You 2 actions so far. For one to pull out your potion, one to administer it.
Okay. Let's see. What do I have? Anything that might be useful? I have survival. Can I roll survival to try to remove some of the spikes?
You could also use your survival as like a help action if you wanted.
Okay. Yeah.
You want to prepare to help someone else, one of the
Yeah,
other.
I'll try to help somebody else, whoever else is gonna remove the spikes.
Yeah, go ahead and you can roll your survival now.
Oh yeah.
So whoever is going to do their medicine check to try to administer medicine will get a +1 from Lee's help, survival help.
We both have medicine kits now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Ro, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna treat some of those.
All right. Battle medicine.
Yeah.
You have that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh. Oh.
Damn!
Critical
Oh shit,
success.
since DC 30, I get extra HP healed. I don't know how much health this bird has.
Bird health.
Bird health.
So my
Um,
medication
nice.
is an extra 10 HP.
You have the battle medicine feat?
If I do.
Sweet. So you are able to, with Lee's help, you got a 32. Pull out the silvery spikes, and start bandaging up this poor creature.
Look, I'm good at stuff.
And it does start arousing, hobbles up to its legs and fans out its wings a little bit. Still seems to be moving like a little stiffly and awkwardly, but seems to be okay. Go back to some other music. There we go. I like this one. But with that, the bird hops a couple times and it flaps away a few feet and rests on a rock and just sort of like looks back at your group and cocks his head to the side kind of quizzically. And after a few moments of just staring at you, it lets out a sound that is weirdly close to, but weirdly not quite, a laugh. As is some sort of raven mimicry.
I want to cast message on the raven.
Sure.
I
Does
will
a message let you talk to animals?
No.
Do they have to understand a language?
It lets me target a creature.
Yeah, I was just wondering, does the spell set, like, say you have to understand a language or something?
Yeah, just like to target a creature. I'm gonna try it.
Sure.
It's magic and shit.
Sure.
I cast message on the raven and I ask, "Whom do you serve?"
I knew that was coming.
There, that's the spell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's
So it has a linguistic trait. I think that might be the trait I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect the raven to actually be able to speak
I'm
to me,
just
but
curious.
it's a weird magic raven.
Sure, we haven't tried it yet.
No, it doesn't have to speak, only maybe understand.
Only if the target understands the language you're using.
In a weird mimicry of Ro's voice, you all hear the raven say, "Whom do you serve?"
Ourselves, clearly. I'm gonna walk over.
The raven lets out a little caw, and as you move over towards it, it flies basically straight up into the tree right over here and just sort of watches you guys. Seems to be flying okay now, though. Even with bandages on it. It actually starts pecking at the bandages a little bit.
What was the name of the, like, nomad people that can go through the mists?
The Vistani?
Vistani. Yeah, Lee will say, are you with the Vistani?
The bird just sort of cocks its head to the side and says, "Vistani," and sort of flies a little ways down the road in the direction you guys were heading, and looks back at you.
Seems like this raven took us to the inn, and now it seems to know how to go to the Vistani. Perhaps this raven we could use as a guide to take us to places in this land.
Well, it wouldn't be the first bird I followed.
Seems to be the only friendly creature we've encountered, other than Irina and her brother.
It's true, very true.
You start hearing snoring sounds coming from the raven.
Okay, we're coming.
Fucker
We're
really fall
coming.
asleep on us.
All right, I think I got the message there.
All right. Once you guys start heading down the road, the raven sort of takes off into the air and sort of circles in the sky above you guys, but it clearly seems to be like following your path. Not so much leading you by the nose as it is just like tracking you and following you. You catch glimpses of the raven with blue-tipped feathers a few times as you go. However, as you travel down the road for another, maybe another 30, 40 minutes traveling up the road, you are sort of following the path of the river at one point, the river Ivlis. You pull up the picture real quick. You do end up seeing a small camp. Up ahead, there's some tendrils of smoke rising up into the air, and there are several carts that are surrounding a campfire of pretty colorful paint on the sides of these carts. Get the picture. Let's see. I'm remembering this time. Turn off token vision. Save changes. Boom.
Boom.
Alright. So you see that there are several people sort of wandering around, maybe a few dozen people wandering around this camp. Several are sort of around the fire. It's getting to be almost like the late afternoon, not quite dinner time. However, unless you guys are trying to be sneaky, are you trying to be sneaky?
I don't think so.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, Lee's not going to try to be sneaky.
All right. There. No grid. We don't need no stinking grid. Dude, you still loading? Sorry.
Sorry.
Everything.
I am still loading.
Oh, it's really cool. It's because it's an MP4. I'm loading an MP. I'm loading a video.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
It's an animated image.
Wow. Moving down there.
Also known as a video. Sorry for your internet, Abe. I could not use MP4s.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's great. Let me try the eyebrows again. Is it working?
Yep, it's working.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm golden.
Got some Oregon Trail vibes with this picture, this video.
Man, I want to see it so bad.
As you guys are sort of approaching along the path, You see the shadow of a figure sort of stand up near the fire and put a hand up as they're peering down the road towards you. And you hear a voice say,
Oh, dope.
"Boy, looks like we got strangers. Eva, we got people coming."
Oh,
And
love this image.
The figure sort of reached out and taps against one of the carts and starts walking towards you guys. Who goes there?
We are adventurers, I guess you could say. Not from this land, but we recently come from Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Lee. And
The man approaching you is an older guy who, as they're coming close enough for you to see their face amidst all the shadows of the trees and the dusk approaching, you see a kind of a jovial smile, which you haven't seen many of those in Barovia yet. Says, "Aye, that's you are. Eva told me. Was expecting some of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've had a little bit of drink tonight. There's 5 of you, right?"
Lee kind of like turns around like as if like, oh yeah, there's 5 of us.
Hi. I'm Stanimir. People call me leader around here. I wouldn't listen to him if I was you, though.
Leader, huh?
Stanimir.
Stenimir.
No, you're standing near. Oh, that's not how I spelled it.
Come on. You're welcome, of course. Eva's been waiting for you. I'll show you to her tent. He starts to turn around, turn his back to you guys, and starts walking back toward the tent, sort of just like waving for you to follow.
Andy, where's the crow at?
It is perched you spy it up in a tree at the edge of this clearing, that's made by the encampment. And it sort of seems to be stopping, sort of at the edge of the trees.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of look at it and go, "Well, you coming, friend?" As I walk into the camp.
Right. I think the raven would fly in and perch on top of one of the tents. Sure, we'll say that. That's fine.
I'll follow Corvus and then kind of hesitate and look back at Lee and Ro.
Yeah, I'm heading into the camp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Stenimir, you said there was drink? I've
Indeed.
got a couple of coin in my pocket. I would love to partake.
He holds up his hand and says, rules of hospitality wouldn't allow it. Wouldn't hear nothing of it.
Well,
You stay within our hospitality, you have drinks on us. The only fee, there is a fee. These things aren't free, boy. You are going to have to partake in a dance and a storytelling.
Well, I mean, I've been known to rattle a few cages.
I think I'll just have a water.
Oh, boy who wants the water. That'll be 2 stories.
No.
You should have drank.
He laughs and claps you on the shoulder, kind of pulling you along, Silas. Come along. Be at ease. You're in a happy place.
Stani seemed weirdly out of place in this world.
He bows his head down to you a little bit and a little bit quieter. As an aside, Silas, he says, "You gotta smile sometimes, boyo. with the darkness all around? Come on, have a laugh. He gives you like an encouraging wink, and then just sort of leads you down into the camps.
Yeah, okay.
He points you towards this big camp in the back here, the one with multicolored fabrics on it that has a light glowing from underneath it already. He says, that over there is Madame Eva's tent. She'll want to talk to you before we do much else. But you better start thinking of some stories. We'll be having the dancing fire later, and what do they call it? There's a name for this game. The Game of Tales? Game of Stories. And that'll be the Game of Stories, too. Bring your stories, see if you win. But he's going to lead you guys to Eva's tent unless you... Or he's going to shoo you off towards Eva's tent. But if any of you would like to do something different, let me know.
I don't mind being shooed.
Yeah. I'm willing to be shooed.
Sure. Shooed. As you approach the tent, it is the tent that the raven was resting upon. And as you go to it, the raven will hop down. It sort of flaps for a couple seconds over your shoulder, Corvus, but then like peers at you and sort of settles down with a little bit of a tarf and fluffs its feathers back and preens a little bit. So you have a raven on your shoulder.
Well, hello there,
Always
friend.
Wanted.
I just pull out some road treats and kind of try to feed it.
Sure. It nabs it. Doesn't even get your finger.
They're not too good, but you know, it's all I could find.
Sure. As you all approach into the tent, inside you see a table laid before you, behind which is a familiar figure that you recognize from your dream. That of the one who called herself Madame Eva. She was already sort of looking towards the tent flap and smiles at you all as you approach. It says, I've been waiting for you. I suppose you already know I'm Madame Eva. Welcome to our camp. The flames in here cast a reddish glow over the entire inside of the tent, and it almost gives it like a magical feel. There's a low table, and on top of it is a covering, a cloth of like black velvet. And there is a crystal ball on the table as well, giving off little flashes of light, sort of more like glints or sparks of light that catch your eye, almost as if like light's gleaming off of it from within its depths. At last, you've arrived. Please come in. Come around my table. All of you. Corvus, don't be shy. Come in. What do you have with you there? She says, peering at the raven.
Well, he's a friend of ours. Or they're a friend of ours. I didn't quite inspect. I thought it'd be rude.
She gives you a little bit of a smile, and her eyes like glaze over a little bit and drifts, and she says, I said ravens are good luck around here. Used to have a raven myself. Tool. He was a good companion. Yes.
Raven Tool.
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 She peers at the raven on your shoulder a little bit and cocks her head, looking underneath, and says, "Unless I'm mistaken, 'tis a she-raven."
Ooh, it's a lady raven.
Um,
What are you gonna name it, Abe?
she looks at you all and says, "I feel as if we've known each other quite some time, all of you. You come to me strangers, yet familiar at the same time. Corvus, the poet. He of the silver tongue and brave heart. Rosalina Thoreau, I'm sorry," she says. A soldier and a healer. Left the path of destruction for one of healing these days.
I just looked at her. Does it say anything?
Sure. Lee Bakedu. A student of the art of the body. She goes like, makes this like weird. It's like when your grandma like tries to do something fierce or something, but she has that loose, papery skin and like really, really just sort of cachectic, sort of, her muscles are all gone away on her arms. So she makes a little like ruffian motion and smiles at you. There's a couple of teeth missing.
He kind of like mimics with his hands, like catching her punches.
All right, Grandma.
She just smiles at you. Ah, I see you back there, Silas.
He's just kind of standing, looking around the tent, trying not to make eye contact with her.
You carry your sorrow with you. That's all right. You keep your sorrow close, but you don't let it guard against happiness, no matter what bad things have happened in your past. But I seen you coming together in my mind. That a lot of you. Oh, she'd probably say something about Ilyana as well. Ah, and Mistress Kolyana, good of you to join us as well. I was wondering if you might be a part of this tapestry weaving in front of our eyes. But please, y'all came to me for a bit of information, bit of hope, yeah? What say we have a bit of a read? And she, with a little bit of a hand flourish, she spreads a deck of tarot cards in front of her. What do you say?
You want us to pull those cards?
She sort of hovers her fingers, waggling a little bit, or maybe it's just that her hand is shaking from some sort of palsy. You're not sure, but she's just waving over them. You say the word, and I'll do the drawing for you. She sweeps the cards together and begins to shuffle up the deck. We don't know much about where we're supposed to be without a bit of a reading of fortunes.
Lee kind of like leans forward, and he says, "Yes, I would like to know what sort of wisdom you can offer us."
It's not me, young scholar. It's the cards.
But it is through you.
She just smiles and reaches up and pinches your cheek.
Don't. Silas is going to anxiously lean over the table and look at the cards as well.
Sure. So her old hands start working deftly at the cards, and she starts removing cards one at a time until she counts out 14. Every time she's sort of shuffling and cutting in between, and she ends up counting out 14 cards. The remaining cards she shuffles one after another. These cards, once she gets through the motions and gets into the rhythm of working with the cards, the policies that you started noticing, the tremors in her fingers that you noticed before, kind of melt away, and they go into this old routine you could tell they've had. But she has now a stack of 14 cards, and the remaining cards off to the side. And she sets both of them on the velvet table. Closing her eyes, she places her right hand over the surface of the larger deck. The crimson flames dim and swirl in eldritch patterns as her lips move silently, a distant tension spreading through the air. The sounds of the rustling trees and rippling pool beyond the tent's wall begin to dim, the external world growing mute and insubstantial as the space within grows more solid, more real. Almost reverently, she draws 3 cards from the top of this deck, laying them face down separately on the table, with the second laid between and above its partners, forming 3 parts of a cross. She moves to the smaller deck, drawing 2 more cards. The first she places below, forming the full cross, and the second she places in the center. So you have a total of 5 cards. The lights of the candles sway like silhouettes, leaning in toward the cards like anxious watchers. Yet in the air, in the tent is perfectly still. No light intrudes through the seams in the tent's walls. No voices ring out in the silence that you're sure you heard just moments before, singing and dancing outside. Shadow and mist swirl at the boundaries of the tent, where the darkness of deepest night dwells. But here, at its center, light yet reigns. The crone moves her wrinkled hand to the leftmost card, the first. She closes her eyes and tilts her head, thinking, as if listening to an unspoken word. Arcane light swirls and shifts, their colors changing to a deep, piercing blue. This card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. She flips the card. The cerulean light dances across its surface, revealing an illustration of a smirking guardsman looking up at a haughty priest. The priest pointing fingers mere inches from the guardsman's nose, as the guardsman readies a wickedly curved dagger behind his back. The 9 glyphs, the traitor! Her dark pupils shift from side to side, as though reading from an unseen text. I see, the ancient foe of an old and noble house. The wandering soul will lead you to him.
So, traitor.
Hmm?
Guardsman looking up at a priest hottie.
Hotty, hotty.
Knife.
She moves her hands to the second card, this one at the top of the cross. As she closes her eyes and listens once more, the flames, once blue, now burst into a fierce, cheery yellow. Fiercely cheery. This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. She flips the card. This time, the light reveals a new illustration, an armored warrior clutching a cracked iron sword and a leather-bound wooden shield, his face obscured by a heavy iron helmet. The 5 swords, the Myrmidon. She stares deep into the shadows that lurk in the corners of her tent. She moves her hand to the third card, the right of the arm of the cross. her eyelids closing like a trance, her lips contemplative and pursed. The candlelight flickers out in the tent and goes dark, but then returns in a nova of burning white, pure and strong and clean. It hurts to see. And she snaps her eyes open. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword made of sunlight. The third illustration reveals a solemn-faced man clad in holy vestments, one hand clutching the chain of a bronze censer that billows with burning smoke. The 8 glyphs, the bishop. And she moves to the 4th card at the bottom of the cross and listens once more. Small circles she traces across its back of the card, humming a contemplative note. The flame leaps and dances on their wicks, casting swirling violet embers into the air as the walls of the tent gleam with the shimmer of twilight. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Flipping this card, she reveals the mists. So this illustration is a quiet graveyard choked with fog, its entrance sealed with a sharp iron fence. The 5th card. Her voice lowers and starts rasping, and scarcely above a whisper. Your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. When the hour of judgment arrives, this card will lead you to him. Her hand trembles here for a moment, as if she's fearful of what to see. And then she reveals...
Not death, not death, not death.
The 5th and final illustration, only barely visible through the smoke and unnatural murk of the room. Upon the card surface dwells the depiction of a crowned, grinning emperor clad in royal finery and reaching for a goblet of wine. His limbs are wooden puppet's limbs, lashed to corded strings that disappear into the darkness overhead. The marionette. The old woman freezes and rocks back in her chairs, her eyes gleaming white. Meanings of these cards I can share with you. That which I can see. Though riddles they may be, they may still help you on your quest. First one was the traitor. I see an ancient foe of an old and noble house. A wandering soul will lead you to him. For the holy symbol of great hope, she saw the Myrmidon. Where you at, Myrmidon? Look for a den of wolves in the hills, overlooking the mountain lake. This treasure belongs to Mother Night.
Abe, you're writing all this down, right?
Looking for a den belonging to wolves?
Huh? Den of wolves in the hills overlooking a mountain lake. This treasure belongs to Mother Night. For the Sword of Sunlight, you got the Bishop, the 8 of Glyphs.
The bishop!
Bishop! 8 of Glyphs. What you seek lies in a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors. And the mists was your ally that will help you in this battle. Where you at, mists? Though many allies ye may seek in Barovia, and many people may try to help you in your quest against the devil himself, one will stand above all others. However, the cards can't see where the evil lurks. These mists obscure all. Wait a minute, that's not right. I was reading the wrong one. What's the mist for?
You said the mist was the graveyard choked with a thick fence.
Well, that was the description of the card. Hold on.
We'll never get the right clues now.
I get the right. Oh no, sorry. That was if I would have drawn the mists for Strahd's location. The mists for your ally is Vistana. Like us, wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at St. Markovia's Abbey near the mists. And then for the location of your enemy, were revealed the marionette. Look to great heights. Find the beating heart of the castle. The devil waits nearby. The sound of the outside world returns. The voices of the Vistani, crackling of the bonfire, whispers the wind, the waves against the shore of the pool, light gray and insubstantial, starts filtering in through the canvas walls of the tent, and you feel yourself breathe for the first time since the reading began. You start to hear the sound of footsteps approaching. Madame Eva's eyes have sort of glazed over, and she doesn't say anything. Just watching you all with dark, heavy eyes at this point. She seems like drained.
Okay. He kind of like looks around at the others. He's like, should we take our leave?
Silas is going to slowly start to back toward the tent door.
Sure. As you get to the door, you see there's a Vistana outside, a woman. Gives you a smile. Seems like a younger woman. Says, I was just about to see if you were done. Looked like all the light works were all over in there, so if you wanted to come over, we're gonna start the dance and fire, maybe a little game of stories.
Is she okay?
This woman peeks past you and is like, "Oh, she'll be fine."
I guess I'll follow her out of the tent.
Sure.
To the far.
It's exciting having newcomers into the town, into the camp. She says as she starts leading towards the fire. What did Eva tell you?
Lee, as he leaves the tent, he's gonna take a gold piece and leave it on the table.
Sure.
She told us quite a lot. I'm not even sure how to process it yet.
Life-changing experience. You should count yourself blessed. Stanimir at the fire looks up and says, "Eliza, leave them alone. They've been they've got a lot to think about. Come on, have some drinks." And he calls you over to the fire. But as you guys are thinking about the words of Madame Eva, I will actually probably make sure I type up those things for you, because
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
in some way, because that is the architecture of the story as drawn from cards. But as you all are sort of processing what you just heard and thinking about the travels yet to come, everyone can go to level 4.
Yeah.
Pick up next week with your interactions with the Vistani at Tesser Pool.
Nice.
Level 4.
Level 4.
I'm gonna level up next week because I am.
Level 4.
Yeah, I'll probably
Thanks,
do the
Andy.
same.
Yeah, man.
That was
It
fun.
was fun.
Good time.